This is the story of how I lost my kid at 18 years old. Now, it takes 26 hours to drive from Atlanta, Georgia to Grand Canyon National Park. I know this because 2 Thanksgivings ago, myself and my sons took that trip. The halfway mark is Oklahoma City. We stopped there, rested, made our way there. We get to the Grand Canyon. We stay the night in a hotel. We get up the next morning and we go to the park. The first thing you notice about the park, especially if you have young children with you, is that there are really no guardrails at Grand Canyon National Park. I don't know, right? So it's my first time being there. So I'm freaking out because I got 2 young guys with me full of energy. They taking off like bats out of hell, man. They got away from me so fast. They got away from me faster than I could give any safety rules. This is us at the park. All right? That's us. I have a slight panic attack. I have to turn around. I can't even look at them. I don't want them to see me scared. Turn around. I take some deep breaths for about 30 seconds. And when I turn back around, I call them, and my young son is close to me. I said, "Where's your brother?" He says, "He's over there." Put a pin in that. Fast forward a few months later, I'm in this room doing something I've done for the umpteenth time. Putting a new studio together, figuring out where the microphone goes, figuring out where the speakers should be, trying to hide the wires, figure out where other people are going to sit. I've done this ritual so many times. I can't even tell you how many times I've done this. But this time is after my 3rd divorce. I have to be careful here because I have to take accountability without blame. I think I caught myself. All right. Yeah, I caught myself. So here I am after my 3rd marriage. I'm here figuring out a new studio situation. And I'm asking myself, dude, again, how many of these you gonna put together to make music that nobody wants to listen to? It's absurd. I've put out over 30 projects. You haven't heard any of them. But that's not the point that I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say is that the public, you included, have never collectively come together in any meaningful way to tell me that I should be putting out music in the first place. Okay? I wasn't even popular in high school. I also wasn't unpopular in high school because to be unpopular, somebody had to have paid attention to you. Okay? It is what it is. But when I was 18 and I was in Oklahoma and I was bored around all of these white people, I found in the rec center a little karaoke situation and I started making music. More on that maybe some other time, maybe. I was drawn to it like nobody's business. I mean, I grew up in choirs and glee clubs and things like that, but I never had a dream to do it. Not only did I never have a dream to do it, I didn't have a dream at all. The only thing I wanted after high school was to have sex with my girlfriend in peace. Here I am at a small base in Oklahoma in a rec center making music. And I've been attached to the Hit with Music ever since. And then 3 albums came out. Common, One Day It'll All Make Sense, Tupac, Me Against the World, Outkast, AT-Aliens. I don't know the chronological order, but those 3 albums collectively sounded how I was feeling. And I needed to join in to the chorus. And I've been like this with creativity ever since. But again, the public has never told me that this is something I should be doing. I have often performed in front of no one. And I don't mean no one like there were 2 or 3 people that I am calling no one. I mean no one like the DJ hit play and walked off. The DJ hit play and walked off and I finished my set. DJ came back when the set was over. I've lost way more than I've gained doing this, but here I am again, pushing the issue, right? Through every relationship, every trial, every tribulation, every breakup. Oh man, women can throw some very horrible insults at you. It can make you feel really, really low. Anyhow, that's that victim coming out. We off that. But anyway, these are all of the thoughts I'm having in this room right here. And right over there, somehow or another, I slumped down to the floor and I'm crying uncontrollably, sobbing even, in the echo of the room. And then I remember my young son saying, he's over there. I'll show you where over there was. That's over there. You can't see him, and neither could I. Man, the kid was sitting down, squatting at the edge of what seemed like the world. All I could think of was, what am I going to tell this guy's mom? True story. First thing I thought was, what am I going to tell this guy's mom? The second thought, don't yell because I don't want to startle him. So I walked up on him. Make that a little bigger. So I walked up on him. And I called him. And he turned around and he walked up to me. And I said, how was it? He said, it was terrifying, Dad. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I've been thinking about it the whole trip. I was wondering if I could do it. That was the voice of a man. He just went to the edge of the world to see if he'd be okay, and he found out that he was. My kid was gone. And that did cross my mind when I was on the floor here. And I remembered. It was all about getting to the edge. And not only saying if I could survive, but if I could dance there. I quieted that victim in my head. I reminded myself that I didn't have to be who I used to be, that I could own the mistakes, that if I just put the best days together one at a time, life would be all right. My now man of a son reminded me of that. Thanks, man. By the way, please like, please subscribe, share, do all of the things that make the algorithm. And yes, I do make music. It sounds how I talk. These same themes, tones, and thought and consciousness is in that music. If you're interested, stop by MRKSX.com. I'll see y'all tomorrow.